And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boschmer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Brevard, North Carolina, nestled in the mountains of western North Carolina. Glad you're able to join us. A USA South Conference volleyball tri-match host Brevard College Tornadoes. And in town for this tri-match, the Covenant Scots along with the Wesleyan Wolves. So a triple header of volleyball action from here at the Bosch today, and also a special day for two seniors for Brevard College. We'll be honoring here on Senior Day last home matches this afternoon for these two at Brevard College. Morgan Graham, the senior defensive specialist from Covington, Virginia, and also Brook Groves, the senior right side hitter from Belmont, North Carolina. So stick with us. We'll have the Senior Day ceremony, and then we'll have the start of the first match of three today. Tornadoes versus Wesleyan. That'll be followed by Covenant versus Wesleyan, and then Tornadoes will host Covenant in the finale today. Glad you're able to join us for this edition of Brevard College Volleyball. Stick with us. Senior Day ceremonies and Brevard versus Wesleyan coming up shortly. Next up, number 13, Brook Groves. Brook Groves, a senior right side hitter from Belmont, North Carolina, escorted by her father, Chris Groves. Brook will graduate from BC in the spring of 2022 with a bachelor's in health science and a minor in pre-law. Following graduation, Brook plans to take a year off to intern with a law office and apply to law school. Also has an interest in medical law. Brook appeared in 70 matches for the Tornadoes over her 4 years, 173 kills, 155 digs, and 26 blocks. Her favorite memory, out of all the years I've been here, I would say my favorite memory are my teammates that I have new every year. Every one of them, either here with us today or gone, have made such an interesting and fun impact on my life. I will forever cherish it. Fans, one big round of applause for number 13, Brook Groves. Your senior class, Morgan Graham and Brook Groves. How about one more round of applause for these sensational seniors? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for today's match. Wesleyan versus Brevard. First for the Wesleyan Wolves, number 1, Sharon Inno Dyke. Number 3, Zoe Redmond. Number 4, Jeremiah Love. Number 5, Camille Duncan. Number 12, Lativa Ray. Number 13, the libero Zashare Malia Hughes. And number 23, Trinity Jackson. And now a starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. Number 3, Logan Pretty. Number 7, Morgan Graham. Number 12, Ashley Hoxett. Number 18, Caitlin Presley. Number 20, Kendall Rockstad. Number 23, Melanie Hoyle. The liberos, number 1, Bailey Lance. Head coach of the Tornadoes, Anna Grant, assisted by Kia Kaufman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Thank you and good luck to both teams. So following a special Senior Day presentation honoring Morgan Graham and Brook Groves, the 2 seniors this year's class for the Tornadoes, ready to go here with some volleyball action. First of 3 in this tri-match, Tornadoes and Wolves. Wolves in the purple uniforms, black shorts, white numerals, white lettering, and Tornadoes in the white jerseys with blue accents and blue numerals, black shorts. So looking forward to this one. A lot of energy in the building, being its Senior Day. And Morgan Graham, one of those seniors, part of that starting lineup. And Tornadoes will begin with the service. So Logan Pretty will do the honors. And we are underway here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. Tornadoes and Wolves. Point, Tornadoes. So the first point goes to the Tornadoes. Good opening opportunity there for the Tornadoes. Point, Tornadoes. An ace there by Pretty, so a quick 2-0 lead. Point, Wolves. So service error there, so Wolves now with the service. Trinity Jackson with the serve, handled by Graham. Here's Pretty setting up Hoxit. Big hit there for the Wolves, but it sails long. Point, Tornadoes. So early 3-1 advantage for the NATOs. Point, Tornadoes. Make it 4-1. That attack sails wide, so another point for the Tornadoes. Point, Tornadoes. So a 5-1 advantage, and the Hoxit service continues. Opportunity here for the Wolves. Dug up there by Pretty. Now here's Presley. Big hit there, dug up nicely by the Wolves. Big hit there by Parkins. Point, Wolves. Sails long, so Wolves with the point there to stop the scoring run by the Tornadoes. And meanwhile, service here for the Wolves and a couple substitutes for the Wolves. This is Ryan Lucas, freshman from McDonough, Georgia. Point, Wolves. So 2 straight points for the Wolves, and the Lucas service will continue. Dug up there by Parkins. Here's Pretty. Point, Wolves. Nice job defensively by the Wolves there, able to get the block. Rockstad was on the attack on that one for the NATOs. So the Lucas service continues. 3 straight points for the Wolves. Parkins. Pretty. Back to Parkins. Opportunity here for the Wolves. Dug up there by the libero, Bailey Lance. Then a hit there by Parkins, long. Point, Wolves. So the Wolves have worked themselves back from a 5-1 deficit. 4 straight points, all knotted up here at 5. Attack there by Presley. Point, Tornadoes. So service here for the Tornadoes will be Bailey Lance. Point, Tornadoes. Serve there by Lance, and that's an ace for Bailey Lance. Point, Tornadoes. So Bailey Lance, the libero, wearing the uniform number 1 today. Typically wearing 19. Point Tornadoes. Another ace for Lance. Couple substitutes happening now for the Wolves in the meantime. And Lance will go back to work. Point Wolves. Wolves earn that point, so service back to Wesleyan. Point Tornadoes. Big time block there. In the middle of all that was Melanie Hoyle. She's the freshman from Sylvan, North Carolina, Smoky Mountain High School. Meantime, service back to the Tornadoes. Caitlin Presley will do the honors. Jump serve from Presley. Unable to clear the net. It will be a service error. Point Wolves. Point Wolves. Point Tornadoes. So Tornadoes able to take a 11-7 lead. The senior Morgan Graham will handle the service duties. She's going to be graduating this coming spring. Bachelor's in art, double concentration, digital media and photography. And the service ace there for Graham. Point Tornadoes. So Morgan Graham getting in on this service ace party. 76 matches played in her illustrious career with the Tornadoes. Attack there by Hoxett, dug up by the Wolves. Trying to catch the Tornadoes off guard was Jackson there at the Wolves. Then a big dig there by Malia Hughes. Meanwhile, Presley setting up Hoyle. Hoyle gets it done. Point Tornadoes. Timeout on the court. So timeout on the court with the Tornadoes ahead. 13-7, set number 1. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, 13-7. And the serve from Morgan Graham, the senior. Dug up nicely there by Presley, then saved by Hoxett. Hoyle up and over. Point Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. So the Morgan Graham service is proving very prosperous for the Tornadoes, and she'll tee it up yet again. Jump serve from Graham. Dug up there by Lance. Presley setting up Hoxett. Big time attack there from Hoxett. Point Tornadoes. Hoxett showing some power there. Oh my. Presley setting up Hoxett. Ashley Hoxett, the freshman from Balsam Grove, North Carolina. Point Tornadoes. And Graham's service continues, creating some separation now. 16-7, the hot hand for the senior. She sends the Wolves back on their heels there with that serve, and another ace for Graham. Point Tornadoes. So Morgan Graham getting it done here. Fresh off that senior day ceremony, now a 10-point lead, double-digit lead for the Tornadoes. Biggest of the afternoon. Big hit there from Hoyle, make it 11-point lead. Point Tornadoes. Melanie Hoyle just slamming the door there. 18-7 Tornadoes on top. Graham, see if she can keep this momentum going for the Tornadoes. But miss hit there, service error, but what a service run for Graham. Point Wolves. And really creating some of that separation. Remains a double-digit lead, 18-8. And meantime, service here for the Wolves. It's going to be Love. Sophomore out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Point Tornadoes. So the Hoyle attack works well, and the Tornadoes now with an 11-point lead once again, and Hoyle will be rewarded with a service opportunity here. And an ace from Hoyle. Point Tornadoes. Melanie Hoyle takes a different approach with her serve. Kind of a fascinating style, certainly compared to what we just saw from Graham. Uses the left hand, and again, the ace. Point Tornadoes. Really looks for some precise placement, but also often sort of a changeup, an off-speed spinning type service here. Very tough to receive, but that time the Wolves able to handle it and wrestle back the service. Point Wolves. So Malia Hughes, the libero, with the serve. Hoxett with the attack there off the roof. Check that, the ceiling of the Boschmer Gymnasium. Point Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. So Logan Pretty will do the honors. Pretty with the right hand. Graham, what a dig there. Pretty now sets up Presley. Wolves trying to get organized on their end. Graham digs it up again. Lance now setting up Hoxett. Up high for the block, but the block sails out of bounds. Point Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. So another service here for Logan Pretty, the freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina. Tornadoes 2 points away from an early 1-0 advantage. Graham. Here's Hoxett. Graham digs it up again. Here's Presley sending it over. Incredible save there by Pretty, and then somehow Lance keeps it alive. Tornadoes keeping this rally going. Point Wolves. Ultimately goes to the Wolves, but certainly the longest and in many ways most entertaining rally of the match thus far. 23-10 your score. Wolves trying to extend this first set somehow, with the Tornadoes just 2 points away from a set win. This is Trinity Jackson with the service. freshman out of East Point, Georgia. Point Wolves. So Jackson able to earn an ace herself. And she'll regroup again here and sends the serve over. Handled by Graham. Presley with a big hit, but it's wide. Point Wolves. Point Wolves. Wolves able to slam that door shut, and another point there. Point Wolves. So the Wolves have cut the lead back to 10 points. Trying to stay alive here. Point Wolves. And that's an ace from Jackson. Jackson on an absolute roll here for the Wolves. Scoring run for Jackson and the Wolves. Sends this long, so that's the service error. It's going to be a set point for the Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes, set point. So set point opportunity here for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes with a nice cushion in the meantime. Point Wolves. So the Wolves able to stay alive. Another point there for the Wolves. First set goes to the Tornadoes, 25-16. Set number 2 coming up next. So Tornadoes able to win that set there, 25-16, and we'll have set number 2 coming up shortly. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, set number 2. Tornadoes and Wolves, part of a USA South Conference tri-match. And glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Tornadoes led in that first set by Ashley Hoxett and also Melanie Hoyle on the attacking side of things, each with 4 kills. Caitlin Presley led the way with a game high thus far, 4 assists. But the big story, service aces. 10 service aces for the Tornadoes in that first set. So 10 of their 25 points via the service ace. Point Tornadoes. First service of the second set is a service error by Wesleyan. So first point of the second set goes to the Tornadoes. And here's Ashley Hoxett. She had one of those 10 service aces in that first set. The service from Hoxett. Point Tornadoes. So 10 aces in the opening set. Lance with 3, Graham with 3, Pretty, Hoxett each with 1, and Hoyle with 2. Very impressive service game for the Tornadoes. It's been that case all season long. Here's Presley. Whistle, and point is going to go to the Wolves. Point Wolves. Well, the Brevard College volleyball team heading to the postseason. Exciting times here for this club. First time since 2015 qualifying for some postseason play. That'll start this week upcoming. Point Wolves. Tornadoes currently 7-7, exactly 500 in the USA South. And also the most conference wins since that 2015 season. So Tornadoes looking to get over the 500 mark on league play. Point Tornadoes. Nice dig there by Pretty. Presley sends it over, and somehow Wesleyan able to keep that alive. Here's Presley again, dug up there by Jackson. Parkins. Point Tornadoes. The finish there for the Tornadoes, and serving will be Bailey Lance, wearing number 1. Lance serves from the left side of the court. And that attack will actually land in, so point Wolves. Point Wolves. 4-3, Tornadoes on top. A 25-16 win in set number 1. Eno Dyke with the serve. Point Tornadoes. Serve sails long, so the point will go to the Tornadoes, and Presley will do the honors. Point Tornadoes. Brook Groves getting into some action on that last point. Wearing number 13, the pink headband. Point Tornadoes. Another ace there for the Tornadoes meantime. It's Presley's first ace. Point Wolves. 6 different tornadoes have served aces thus far, and we are early in the second set, so all sorts of service success. Point tornadoes for the Brevard College Tornadoes. And checking in, speaking of effective serving, she had 3 of them back in that first set. Senior Morgan Graham goes back to work. Point tornadoes. And count it again, another ace for Graham. Make that 4 aces and a 9-4 lead. And this is where the Tornadoes really created a lot of separation in that first set, was when Graham was serving. And meanwhile, breaking the action, a little discussion at the scores table, make sure everybody administratively is minding their P's and Q's and doing correct things on the rotation. Meantime, 9-4 your score here, set number 2. Set number 1 went to the Tornadoes, 25-16. Lots of action around NATO Nation today beyond this volleyball tri-match. Cross-country team at the USA South Conference Championships. That's in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Both men's and women's cross-country running today in the conference championship, so that's a big one. 1 o'clock kickoff for Brevard at Methodist football. Tornadoes winners of 4 straight, looking to see if they can keep that streak alive, undefeated in the month of October. Men's soccer qualified for the USA South Conference tournament. They will play their first round game at NC Wesleyan. That's at 2 o'clock. So we'll do our best to bring you updates of all those road matches throughout the day. Men's soccer, football, and we'll see if we can find you some cross-country results as well. And certainly volleyball will be in action all day long. Brevard Wesleyan, the match you're watching now, that'll be followed by Covenant Wesleyan. And then at 4 o'clock, the scheduled time for the Tornadoes and the Covenant Scots, game 3 of the tri-match, and what will be the home finale for the Tornadoes, who will go on the road to start USA South Conference play later this week. So still working out this administrative discrepancy of some type, and see if we can get play back underway shortly, hopefully. Well, 2 seniors honored prior to this one. Morgan Graham, the senior defensive specialist from Covington, Virginia. Brook Groves, the senior right side hitter from Belmont, North Carolina. And great to see those seniors, along with family members, celebrated. Always a special moment here at the Bosch. Brook Groves working towards a bachelor's degree in health science, minor in pre-law. She's got her eye on law school. And Morgan Graham, bachelor's in art, double concentration, digital media and photography, and she's planning on locating to the Charlotte area. It's a couple hours away from us here in the mountains, and looking to become a graphic designer in the marketing industry. So congratulations, Brook Groves and Morgan Graham. Hey, basketball season right around the corner. Men's and women's basketball season getting set. They've been working hard on this very floor in practice sessions. And on Monday night, tornado tip-off, 9 p.m. right here at the Bosch. And it'll be an electric atmosphere, sort of a midnight madness type effect. We'll do it a little earlier than midnight. We'll have it at 9 p.m. So, you know, the grown-ups can still get to bed early enough. But should be a lot of fun, a lot of promotions, a lot of, you know, fun events, three-point shootouts, dunk contests, you name it, all things Tornado basketball on Monday night, 9 p.m. Prior to that, check out Tornado Talk, 7 p.m. Monday nights. Check that right here on this YouTube channel, also Facebook Live. Hey, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you hit the little bell That way you'll receive all the notifications when the Tornadoes athletics goes live. And good news here at the Bosch, we finally got the administrative data in order and ready to get back going here. It's going to be a serve for Wesleyan. 8-5 now the score. So getting back underway here, and Jeremiah Love with the serve. Graham sends it over. Somehow the Wolves got that ball over the net and earned that point. Point Wolves. So the Wolves feeling it after that point. And the service for Love, the sophomore from Tuscaloosa, will continue. Big hit there by Hoyle. Love did her best to keep it alive. And the Wolves able to extend this rally. Now an attack from Groves, the senior. Graham, the other senior, able to keep that alive. Now here comes an opportunity for the Wolves. Hoyle gets a hand on it defensively. Here's Hoxett. Point Wolves. So the Wolves now with 3 consecutive points after that delay due to some scores table clarifications. And meanwhile, the Wolves on the attack. Presley trying to catch the Wolves off guard. Now opportunity for the Wolves the other way. That is wide. Point Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. So Hoyle, meanwhile, will earn the serve. Melanie Hoyle had 4 kills. Also 2 aces in a block in that first set. And that's another ace for Hoyle. Point Tornadoes. So the ace total continues to rise. And Hoyle will continue her service. Now at 12 aces by the Tornadoes. We're only in set number 2. Presley, Graham, Hoxett. It's a kill for Ashley Hoxett, ladies and gentlemen. Point Tornadoes. Ashley Hoxett, the freshman from Balsam Grove, North Carolina. Not too far from here on the campus of Brevard College. Left-handed serve from Hoyle, off-speed variety, and that's an ace. Point Tornadoes. So now 13 aces for the Tornadoes, and Hoyle with 4 of those aces. Check that, actually 5 aces for Hoyle. Point Wolves. Wolves able to wrestle back the service. 12-8 your score, set number 2. Tornadoes up 1-0. Graham. Presley. Attack there. Count it for Kendall Rockstad. Point Tornadoes. Kendall Rockstad, the freshman from Kannapolis, North Carolina, South Rowan High School, getting in on the action. Her second kill of the afternoon. Point Tornadoes. Meanwhile, there's another ace for the Nados. Timeout on the court. And we've got a timeout on the court with your score. Brevard 14, Wesleyan 8, set number 2. Well, the service continues for the Tornadoes. 14 aces thus far. Point Wolves. Wolves able to earn that point. So 14-9. The Tornado lead, and this will be Trinity Jackson. She had some success back in that first set on the service, and she's able to earn an ace there. Point Wolves. Trinity Jackson. It's her second ace of the afternoon. She also has 5 assists to leave the Wolves, 2 digs. And Jackson with the serve. A bit of a laser there, headed off by Presley, but then the kill by Hoxett. Point Tornadoes. Ashley Hoxett now with a match-high 6 kills, and she'll be rewarded with a service opportunity. Serve from Hoxett. Point Tornadoes. Well, that's ace number 2 for Hoxett. Ace number 15 for the Tornadoes. Jump serve from Hoxett. Up there high for the block. Point Tornadoes. The combination of Presley and Rockstad forming a human wall of 4 hands and able to block that attack from the Wolves, and Tornadoes creating a little bit of separation here. Now 17-10 here in set number 2. Presley slams that door shut. Point Tornadoes. So now 18-10. And the Hoxett service continues. Tornadoes hitting at a percentage of .225 so far in this match. And then another block there. Point Tornadoes. Once again, Rockstad part of the equation, and also McKenna Parkins that time. Parkins and Rockstad going up high. And a 9-point advantage for the Tornadoes. And the serve. Point Tornadoes. So the ruling is that attack just out of bounds. So another point for the Tornadoes, who have doubled up the Wolves 20-10. Double-digit lead. Already up 1-0. Another ace there. Point Tornadoes. So ace number 3 for Hoxett. Number 16 as a team. Point Wolves. So Wolves able to earn the service back, trailing by 10 now. Parkins. Pretty back to Parkins. Lance, Pretty, Presley. Point Tornadoes. Brilliant dig there by Lance. Then a big hit by Parkins. Point Tornadoes. Tornadoes now 2 points away from a 2-0 advantage in the set department. Point Tornadoes. Set point Tornadoes. So set point opportunity here, 24-11. And Bailey Lance seeing if she can give the Tornadoes the 2-0 lead, and she does via the service ace. Point Tornadoes. Tornadoes win set number 2, 25-11, leaves 2-0. So Tornadoes take a 2-0 set advantage. 25-16 win in set number 1, 25-11 in set number 2. Set number 3 coming up next, Nados and Wolves. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, where Brevard has a 2-0 lead over Wesleyan in this USA South Conference tri-match. Tornadoes won set number 1, 25-16. Set number 2, Tornadoes 25-11 victory. Big story in this one, 18 service aces, a season high for the Tornadoes. And we still have at least one more set to play here, so just a huge number in the ace department. 5 for Lance, 3 for both Graham and Hoxett, 4 for Hoyle, 2 for Pretty, and 1 for Presley. And Pretty, who has 2 of those 18 aces, will get things started here for the Tornadoes. Now, the Tornadoes, this is their 8th time this season with a double-digit service ace total, and just blowing through the previous season high now with 18 service aces. Major storyline here. Game 1 of this tri-match. Pretty setting up Hoxett. Dug up nicely there by Duncan of the Wolves. Pretty keeps that alive. Now Hoxett with the attack. Dug up again by the Wolves. Point Tornadoes. But Tornadoes able to earn that point. Hey, great work there by Camille Duncan, number 5 of the Wolves. Sophomore from Athens, Georgia. That last point. Meanwhile, Tornadoes with an opportunity. Hoxett, nice block there by the Wolves. And then a dig by the Wolves. That was Malia Hughes. Big hit there by Hoxett, dug up by Duncan. Point Tornadoes. Attack there by the Wolves. That was Lativa Ray. Sails wide, and 2-0 advantage for the Tornadoes. And there's another service ace. Point Tornadoes. So service ace number 19. And Pretty keeping it going. Point Wolves. However, service error there, so 3-1. And Trinity Jackson will go back to work for the Wolves. She's been one of the more effective Wolves in this match. 2 aces herself. Also 5 assists. Here's Hoxett. Big hit there from Hoxett, dug up by Jackson. Duncan trying to set up her teammate, but Rockstad was there to slam the door shut. Point Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. Point Wolves. Wolves able to earn that point, so 4-2 now the Tornado lead, leading 2-0 in sets. Well, in the kill department, through 2 sets, Hoxett leading all players with 6. Presley with 5. Presley also with 5 assists. Logan Pretty leads all players with 7 assists after 2 sets. Parkins and Graham getting it dug in the dig department. Parkins also with a block, as that's the case for Hoyle and Presley as well. There's Presley, and the finish by Presley. Point Tornadoes. So that'll bring up service opportunity here for Bailey Lance, the libero. Out of Mills River, just up the road. Point Tornadoes. And unofficially, we've got the Tornadoes at 20 aces now after that. Bailey Lance offering. Parkins slams the door shut. Point Tornadoes. Tornadoes now with a 5-point lead. Parkins with the kill, and another serve here. Dig by Hoxett. Pretty setting up Presley. Point Tornadoes. And another point for the Tornadoes, so a little bit of separation here early in this third set. 8-2, Nados on top. Lance in the pink #1 libero jersey. Point Tornadoes. 7-point lead now for the Tornadoes. Attack there by Randall of the Wolves. Now big hit from Parkins. Love was able to get a hand on it. Point Wolves. And that point goes to the Wolves, so 9-3 now. The Tornadoes advantage, and Sharon Inodike, sophomore from Stone Mountain, Georgia, with the serve. Lance, Pretty, big hit there by Presley. Beautiful piece of offense by the Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. Just a textbook dig, set, finish. Presley. Count the ace yet again for the Tornadoes. Point Tornadoes. Ace total over 20 now and counting. 11-3 here, set number 3. So season high ace total. Presley. Here's Parkins. Point Tornadoes. Another finish by Parkins. She's having a successful third set. Tornadoes looking to get over the 500 mark in conference. They've already qualified for postseason play. Point Wolves. That'll begin Tuesday on the road. So this will be the last home action for the Tornadoes this season. And senior day. Got another match scheduled for 4 p.m. later today versus Covenant. Presley goes backside to Groves. Dug up there by the Wolves. Love. And then the finish by the Wolves. Point Wolves. Dig by Parkins. Hoyle on the assist from Presley. Now Presley setting up Hoyle again, and that time Hoyle gets it done. Point Tornadoes. Big time finish there from Hoyle. Meanwhile, the senior Morgan Graham checks back in. Graham, 3 service aces thus far. See if she can add to that total. 13-5. Tornadoes on top here, set number 3. Presley. Lance. Lance digs it up yet again. Hawks it. Point Tornadoes. Big time finish there. And timeout on the court. Timeout on the court. 14-5, Tornadoes on top. Set number 3 ahead 2-0 in sets. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium where the Tornadoes are enjoying a 14-5 lead. Set number 3 already ahead 2-0 in sets. And Morgan Graham's service will continue. And miss hit there, so point Wolves. Point Wolves. Well, Wesleyan College, member of the USA South, NCAA Division III institution, just like Brevard. Located in Macon, Georgia. Chartered way back in 1836. This college has been around a long time. Point Wolves. So heading towards 200 years of existence, Wesleyan College. Meanwhile, here's Wesleyan on the attack. Up high for the block there, Hoyle and Groves. And that time, Wesleyan able to find the opening. Point Wolves. Nice job there by Ray in particular. Able to find that gap in the Tornado defense. Point Tornadoes. Hoyle now will serve for the Nados. She's been a real bright spot for the Tornadoes this year, along with several other newcomers, freshmen from Sylva, North Carolina. Here's Hoxett. Misfire there, so point Wolves. Point Wolves. So service here for Wesleyan, it'll be Malia Hughes. Presley. Rockstad sends it over. Now an opportunity for the Wolves. Now Rockstad and Groves up high for the block. Hoxett on the attack. Point Wolves. So the Wesleyan Wolves able to earn a couple points and cut the lead to 5. 15-10 the score here. Set number 3. Presley setting up Groves. Groves, the senior, sends it over. Hoxett. Presley. Groves again. Big time dig there by Graham. It's point blank dig, but then finished by the Wolves. Point Wolves. And the Wolves, meantime, cutting into this Brevard lead, now just trailing by 4. Hoxett. Presley. Back to Hoxett. The finish by Ashley Hoxett. Point Tornadoes. Here's Presley. Presley with the big hit there. Dug up nicely by Davis. And the finish by the Wolves. Point Wolves. Brittany Davis handled that big hit from Presley. Sophomore from Oxford, Alabama. And once again, Trinity Jackson will do the service duties for the Wolves. 16-12 the lead for the Tornadoes. Set number 3, the service from Jackson. Graham. Here's Presley. Count it. Point Tornadoes. Presley, the exciting sophomore from right here in Brevard, North Carolina, Brevard High School, has tallied a number of triple doubles in her career, very rare in the sport of volleyball. So double-digit assists, digs, and kills for Presley on multiple occasions in her collegiate career. Point Wolves. Finished there by the Wolves. Like Ino Dyke on the attack. So Wolves hanging around here in set number 3, 17-13 the advantage. And Jemiah Love will handle the service. Out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Crimson Tide territory. Dug up there by Parkins. Somehow, at least momentarily kept alive by the Tornadoes, but ultimately point will go to the Wolves. Point Wolves. (17-14) your score. Parkins. Pretty. Setting up Parkins, and the finish, McKenna Parkins. Point Tornadoes. McKenna Parkins. Sophomore from Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School. Presley. Now on the scene there on the block for Wesleyan, Point Wolves. Sharon Ino Dyke, sophomore from Stone Mountain, Georgia. And Sharon will get an opportunity here to serve after that block. Just electrified the Wolves bench, and Wolves hanging around down by just 3. Point Tornadoes. But that was what the doctor ordered to stop that momentum for the Wolves. Presley with the finish, and she will be rewarded with a service opportunity. Jump serve from Presley. Lance. Presley setting up Parkins. Hoyle with the finesse, somehow kept alive by the Wolves. Now here's Hoyle sending it over. Point Tornadoes. The combination of Parkins and Hoyle on that block, those two, by the way, dual sport athletes, will be playing women's basketball as well. And combining for that block, Parkins and Hoyle. Presley. Here's Groves. Tornadoes hitting the 20-point mark here in set number 3. Make it 21. Point Tornadoes. Timeout on the court. So a timeout on the court with your score 21-15, set number 3. Back to action here at the Boshamer Gymnasium, and the Covenant Scots have entered the building. They will be matched up against Wesleyan in match number 2 of this tri-match. Meanwhile, Presley seeing if she can finish off this match for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes 4 points away from a match win, and Parkins gets it done there. Point Tornadoes. McKenna Parkins, the Marion, North Carolina native, with the finish. Jump serve from Presley. That's going to be difficult to handle. An ace for Presley. Point Tornadoes. So the ace total continues. Very impressive. Now just 2 points away from a match win. Point Wolves. Wolves still with signs of life here. But the Tornadoes that much closer now to finishing off this match. Point Tornadoes. Set point, match point. So a match point opportunity here. Morgan Graham, the senior, checking in to see if she can finish off the match. Serve from Graham. Wolves able to keep that alive. Here's Presley setting up Hoxett. Hoxett with the finish. Set and match goes to the Tornadoes. Set number 3 goes to the Tornadoes, 25-16. The Tornadoes win the match 3-0, 25-16, 25-11, 25-16. Next up, Wesleyan and Covenant in this USA South Conference tri-match. Thanks for joining us here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Well, the Tornadoes win this first match of this tri-match, a 3-0 win over Wesleyan, 25-16, 25-11, and 25-16. The big number in this one, 22 service aces by the Tornadoes. Just a remarkable number. Bailey Lance leading the way with 6 aces, and then Melanie Hoyle with 4. Presley, Hoxett, Pretty, and Graham each with 3 aces. Big ace totals for the Tornadoes. We'll be back in action for the Tornadoes at 4 o'clock versus the Covenant Scots. Meanwhile, Covenant and Wesleyan coming up next. Well, the Tornadoes defeat Wesleyan 3-0, a straight set sweep. Tornadoes go over 500 in conference play, now 8-7, 9-17 overall. Tornadoes will face off against Covenant, who's currently warming up. They will play Wesleyan in game 2 of this tri-match, and Tornadoes will then play Covenant at 4 p.m. Presley led the way with 10 kills. Hoxett also had 9. Harkins with 7 kills. Pretty and Presley each with double-digit assists. Pretty with 13, Presley with 11. The big number, 22 service aces, led by Lance with 6. Pretty had 3. Graham, Hoxett, and Presley all with 3. And Hoyle had 4 aces. Diggs led the way was Bailey Lance with 10, also 8 digs for Morgan Graham, and 3 blocks by the Tornadoes as well defensively. Wesleyan was led by Inno Dyke on the attack with 5. Zoe Redmond with 4 kills for Wesleyan. 10 assists for Trinity Jackson, and Jackson also had 2 aces. Malia Hughes with 13 digs. So stick with us, we'll bring you Covenant and Wesleyan coming up next, and Brevard and Covenant at 4 p.m. is the scheduled start time for that one. Thanks for joining us, Brevard College Volleyball.